Okay, yeah. I think there's going to be an increase in demand for transportation engineers, in part because the traditional area, in the traditional area of transportation engineering, infrastructure, construction, highways, and so on, there's a good number of professionals who are retiring. So they're going to leave a lot of spaces, a lot of positions open for new engineers. But then there are other emerging areas in which there's going to be a need for new transportation engineers. So in all, I think there's a good demand in the future for transportation engineers, both infrastructure, operations, transit, different modes of transportation, and emerging technologies. Yeah, there are changes. Changes are happening. There's more demand on behalf of the public on environmentally conservative policies in transportation. There's obviously much more awareness of the environmental impact of transportation, public awareness. So the professionals in transportation engineering need to deal with that, need to be aware that, be mindful of the sensitivity in the environment and be be responsible professionals in providing good transportation, efficient, convenient, but also with the issue of environmentally friendly approach to transportation. Yeah. Yeah, I think what's exciting to see in the area of not so much mass transportation, but in private transportation, the use of sensors and GPS control on vehicles, individual vehicles. That kind of gives you the advantages of both the mass transportation, in which you can move a lot of people with minimal resources, in case of buses, but also the advantage of flexibility in private transportation, private vehicle. With the sensors, vehicles can navigate in traffic a much closer distance safely. The number of accidents probably remains the same or might be reduced, but capacity will be increased by having the spacing between vehicles increase. So the density increase, therefore rate of flow will increase, but without detriment to safety. So that's an exciting thing, the use of sensors, GPS, GIS, and so forth, to help users navigate congested traffic areas. Well, there are two views of the same thing. One, on the one hand, there's a tremendous need for brain power, creativity, inventiveness. I don't know if that's the right word. So we need as many talented people coming in transportation engineering area. So should encourage people to do that. There's a need there. Society needs good solutions for transportation problems. On the one hand, on the other hand, from the other point of view, there are a lot of opportunities, professional opportunities for careers in transportation. So encourage the new income students to consider it, because there are opportunities there, but also there are challenges that with their creativity can produce results that benefit everybody in the short term and the long term.
Okay.
Well, no, it's not just assumption. I think there are high school students who are interested in transportation. Perhaps they don't know as such it's transportation engineering, but they maybe we need to make sure that the information gets down through high schools, because that's where the vocation or the consideration of careers starts in high school, perhaps even in freshman, sophomore high school. If they don't know about transportation engineering, perhaps they might decide prematurely about going somewhere else, and they might find out later that there are opportunities in transportation engineering that they didn't see. There's one thing. So information, we need to be mindful that to provide information to high schools. The other thing is also, why would they consider? Well, Fresno State is a pretty good, it's a new home for a lot of our students in the area. It's a pretty good benefit cost ratio, relatively inexpensive for the type of program for a bachelor's degree in engineering. It's probably the best, if not, the best deal around. anywhere for people who live here, because you can do the numbers and you'll see. And the other thing is Fresno State provides a kind of hands-on practical preparation for the students. I mean, by the time they finish the bachelor's degree, the majority are ready to work, ready to be productive, income-earning professionals. Oh well, yeah, the transportation engineering as a potential career is very exciting. It could be very exciting because it's changing as technology changes, as needs change, as what socioeconomic constraints change. These produce challenges. That is a continuously growing profession. I mean, you will never get bored in practicing transportation engineering. There are so many areas, existing areas of fields of specialization, but also new ones coming up. And the need for transportation is always there, always been. I mean, civilizations thrive because of transportation, the ability to move things around, move people around, and then more and more. That's the case for us. And for instance, in the Central Valley, the need to move goods and to move all the products and all the products that come out of this area is paramount. So, and at that time, I want to say that sometimes when we think of transportation, the emphasis is mobility for people. It's a good chunk of the equation, but another chunk of the equation is the mobility of goods. You know, to move goods around, and in particular in our case, to be able to get all the products from here expeditiously, safely, economically, and environmentally friendly out of here to maintain the economy is very, very important. So there are a lot of things, a lot of challenges there, opportunities, technological opportunities, development opportunities, business opportunities. Then sometimes there are rumors about privatizing highways and bridges and so on, like they've done in other countries, in other parts of the country, to a certain extent, small scale. And that opens up the opportunity for business, transportation as a business. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, definitely it's something that one will never get bored of practicing and as a profession. This is science applying into practical problems. Good.